What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a new crypto update. Today, why we are selling BTC and what we're gonna basically see in the markets next couple of weeks coming up, what we should be careful of, and obviously some very good trade ideas. Now, first of all, as you can see right now, we are here in a BTC short. I just entered it, that's why I'm doing this video. As you can see, we are using our Fibonacci as a stop loss, as always, in between 0.786 and 822. Reason for that is obviously we had a lot of war stuff going around with Iran and Israel, then obviously America interfering so far, then there was the attack of Iran on Qatar, and then basically everything just flushed, everything became a little bit more quiet. So I truly believe it's more like a sell the news event. So basically we bought it, and we saw some basically good breakthroughs here in BTC, especially if we go into a higher time frame. You will see how it broke out here and faked out off the bearish sequence, right? So this one was the re-entry, and we tried this entry over here. So basically if I use this one, right, to show you this arrow, this one was the sell area, right? We basically crushed through it, and we had that before too. If you go over here and into the history of BTC, it did it, or basically BTC did it again over here, right? Went through this black quadrant versus the selling area, faked out, started to build a bearish sequence, and then correct heavily and correct even more. And that's why we are selling right here, because the history shows us that this could be a good play out for a good sell, right? So that's so far about BTC. So far I'm selling. And let's see how it continues. Maybe it will just be a short sell, so make sure to be in the free group of 15 min where we'll update about this trade, because you need to actively manage these trades. Markets are moving very fast. Today's war, tomorrow not, then is war again. So it always depends on the news and what is happening, right? Reason mainly why we're selling is basically because our system tells us to, and I follow my system. I'm not an emotional trader like most of these YouTubers that, you know, whatever, every day there's big news and they go with it. That's not how it works. And so far we are a little bit in profit, and it's a small risk to reward, as you can, a high risk to reward, small stop loss of 0.58%, but then also giving us a potential 2.41% take profit, which is amazing, right? Now going into crypto in general, obviously Dixie is falling a lot, right? So when Dixie goes down, normally crypto goes up, and when Dixie goes up, crypto normally goes down. So we need to see how this plays out. Right now we are very low in the Dixie. That's the dollar currency index, shows us the strength of the dollar, and since we are trading BTC USD or USDT, right, it definitely affects that. So if Dixie drops, right, that it means we need less for the BTC, right, in dollar, in that sense, right? And if it goes higher, we need less USD for BTC. If it goes down, we need more USDT for BTC. And that's also why I would say if we now go a little bit higher, which we are very low, just a retest to the EMA 200, for example, that would be perfectly for our trade, for the BTC trade. Right now, going into total market cap is fading out a little bit in momentum, as you can see, which is another sign for a good sell. And we are perfectly respecting the bearish setup over here, right? So we have this arrow marked for going down, as you can see, right? We're just gonna take it out for now, because as you can see here, we have definitely a re-entry, a valid one, and another sequence, which is basically this internal sequence that perfectly leads into the other sequence. And that's what we love to see if there is secondary sequences, because the first one here, the black one, and I will change this color to red. The first one is a primary sequence, and this one here, as you can see, is the secondary sequence. And we love to see secondary sequences leading into our C targets, which is basically where price is supposed to go, right? So that's very good. And then obviously also here, not only talking about a perfect re-entry, we are in a re-entry zone, which it's perfectly respecting so far, which is this one over here. So market is doing exactly what it needs to do. It is providing us with a very strong sell opportunity, and it would be just dumb to not take it and not consider it, right? So that's about the total market cap. Again, shows how much volume there is in the market in general, right? So currently we are sitting at 3.25 trillion. Now BTC dominance is dropping just a little bit slightly, which is completely okay. Ethereum dominance continues to basically just go down. In Ethereum sell since many weeks, right? And USDT dominance obviously is also dropping, which is very good for especially what we're doing here. That means okay, no, it's not actually not good, right? Let me correct that just quickly. Sometimes I get confused myself a little bit explaining it to you, but it's a little bit different than thinking just about it, right? But what we need in USDT dominance is for it to go higher, because if it goes higher, market is switching from Bitcoin, for example, into USDT. So far, we are in a buy zone for USDT, which is another confirmation for our sell, because right now there should be more money going into USDT back, and that's good because that means market is losing volume, is losing money. If it's losing volume and money, our sell opportunity should be working very fine. And as you can see, we have a perfect reaction already over here. So USDT dominance goes up, BTC dominance drops a little bit, total market cap corrects, therefore our BTC trade is going to work beautifully and fine. Now, we talked about some trades that we opened last time. We're just going to talk about them quickly. That's Candle USDT. Candle is a meme coin, reacted very well since we entered. We entered somewhere over here, so we are currently up at about 70%. That's beautiful. And then another strong trade that we were trading so far is SPX. I called the re-entry also in 50-minute free. Again, link is below. It's a Telegram channel you can enter for free, and you get trade ideas. Now, if you want to take it more professional, there's a premium chat where you receive daily trade ideas. Now, since we entered, as you can see over here, we're up 29%. That's very, very clean, even though market is correcting. And then also another trade is Tick USDC, which is basically a pretty good project that I've been following in the AI space. So I don't want to say it's an AI coin, but basically they have AI working for them and for the protocols. So this one, since we entered, is currently about 80% to, let's say 50 to 80% more or less. No, here's the entry. Sorry, I got it. So here's the entry. I marked it with this turquoise line. So 114%. So we doubled already our money, which is beautiful. Besides that, we are still running our Ethereum short. Let's find where it is. So Ethereum short is currently somewhere a little bit in draw. No, it's in profit, but not heavy. Let's go into the other USDT. I think I have it here. Let me just check. Yeah. So we entered somewhere here on the 50% correction level. So this one was our entry, and we are currently down 11%, which is clean with leverage. I trade on Bitunix, where you obviously can use up to 125 leverage, which is insane. Also, link for that is below if you want to check it out. It's one of the fastest up-and-coming exchange with very, very good deposit promotion. So if you put $1,000, you're going to get extra money, but all of that is in the link. So if you want to have extra money, which is the smartest thing you can do to trade, then you have the Bitunix link below. Besides that, we are buying XRP USD. So as you can see, it's very mixed. We are selling some assets, we are buying some assets, and some people say it makes 0 sense, but it basically works very well. That's how I've made a lot of money in the past couple of months, because I'm selling the right assets when I'm buying the other ones, right? And market is not anymore bull and bear run. I've been saying that many, many times. But here, for example, you can see the same thing. We have a bullish build up in XRP USD, which is perfect because we are on the straight, still a little bit in profit. But I still truly believe XRP should be everyone's main position. It's my main position, not only in trading, but also in investing, okay? Because just fundamentally, it's one of the best projects out there. Now, besides that, obviously, we see SPX is pumping again 8% today, so we are on this trade. That's beautiful. Now, Coinbase also, when we talk about crypto, made an insane move. As you can see, our re-entry was here in the green line. Let me just change this to a turquoise line as entry. And we are up 61%. I have 2x leverage on it, so that's 120% over the last couple of weeks on Coinbase, which is amazing. Our entry was called very, very long time ago. It took a long time for it to come out of these sideways trends a little bit and really pump up, which is beautiful, right? So with that being said, guys, we are very, very focused on these coins that I just have been talking about. Candle as a buy, SPX as a buy, and Tick as a buy. We are selling BTC while buying XRP. And that's the game plan for now and for this up and coming weeks. Now, you should definitely consider trading, obviously, with high risk, basically, let's say risk management, like with a good risk management. That's what I'm saying, not high risk management in the sense you are betting a lot, but you should have very good risk management, especially during these times. Even if we lose the BTC position, no problem. We are already highly in profit with our SPX position. We are highly in profit with our candle position. We are highly in profit with our tick position. And that's how trading works, right? So mind a universal for every trade setup risk, right? Because if you put more risk on BTC and less on the other ones, and let's say you lose BTC, then you're wrecked, right? Trading is not only about finding setups and entries and following a system closely, but it's especially about having right risk management, okay? So far, we are very up in profit, even though most people are getting completely wrecked, and that's the reason why you should follow and like this video, and we see us in the next one.